Today is my birthday, and I decided to come out to LBJ Grasslands, which is US 4371, and do some FT8 because the 12-meter band has been up for the last several days, maybe the last week, at least on FT8. Actually, I saw a guy right below the FT8 frequency calling or operating. I only heard one side of the conversation. I'm not good enough at CW to decipher it, but I heard CW on 12 meters yesterday. And I don't know about you guys, but I get excited when I see 12 meters is up because that is the band that is the least common to be active in my area, except for maybe 6 meters. Or maybe 160 meters, but whoever knows if 160 meters is active because who has a 300-foot long antenna? But 600-foot long antenna, whatever it is. But I really get excited when the 12-meter band is up because a lot of the times 10 meters will be open, 15 meters will be open, 20 meters is always open generally, and 12 meters will be dead. So when I see that FT8 activity come up, I like to get out to a park and do some activations. That's what we're doing today. I'm going to show you my whole setup. I would like to know in the comments, what is your least used band in the area you are in? Because it will vary by area. I'd like to know what it is. Put a comment below. Let's go. I have the Tar Heel Little Pro HP antenna set up here at LBJ Grasslands, which again is US 4371. This park is about an hour from my house. Well, this specific area of the park is about an hour from my house. And this is probably, I think maybe there's one or two parks that are a little bit closer to me, but this is the one I like the best. The closest park to me is about a half hour away. Cedar Hill State Park, where Frank goes often, is technically closer by like 10 or 15 minutes, but I don't know, there's generally more people down there. You got to drive through the city to get there. This is kind of out in the country, and it's just nice and pretty out here. So I like to come here as much as I can. It's not too far from the hunting lease either. But I have got the Little Pro HP set up today. This is the same one that I used in Galveston. You might notice that there's no control cable hooked up right now. I do not have the control cable hooked up. This is lowered down as far as it will go. This is where I was using it in Galveston last month when I was out there doing my first activation with this. I put this telescoping whip on, and I was messing with the coil, and it was 2 points of tuning. So I changed out the telescoping whip and put on the military whip that comes with it, because the telescoping whip is an add-on. I put on the military whip that came with it, and I lowered it down all the way, and it would not get down to 10 meters. Now, a lot of that was due to my location. Some of it was just due to salt water and whatnot, who knows, okay? But this antenna, this whip, I should say, this telescoping whip is able to be adjusted where the military whip is one length. You just unfold it and it's that length and that's all you got. So it was very easy to get down below 15 meters with this whip here. I just started up high and I set the analyzer for about 24.920 megahertz, which is right next to the FT8 frequency for 12 meters. And it took like 3 adjustments, and this thing was like right on this one. It's like 1.00 to 1 at 24.920. So it was beautiful, very easy to adjust. I didn't even hook up the motor. I let the coil do its job, sitting down at the lowest level, adjusted the whip accordingly, and now we're calling CQ POTA on 12-meter FT8, and it's working beautifully. Looks like I made about 5 or 6 contacts so far, right here. We're doing the full, set that to go. We're doing the full 10 watts because I have got the nice Armalock cage from Armalock, of course, for the 705, plus their battery. There's a 10 amp hour Dakota lithium battery that this little box is made for. It's plugged into the back there, so I'm running a full 10 watts on the IC-705, and it's working beautifully right now. Got my Panasonic Tough Pad, my FZG1 Tough Pad that I use a lot, running Windows WSJTX, and it's just working great. So this is the ABR LMR 240 equivalent coax. I use this coax when I use the 705 because I had this coax custom made for me, and ABR will do this for you. There's a BNC on this end, and there's a PL259 on that end, also a choke on that end. So when you're running a radio that has a BNC, or an antenna that has a BNC, you can turn it around, and you can not have to use adapters. So that's why I chose that coax today. But it is just a beautiful day out here at LBJ Grasslands, just outside of Decatur, Texas, about an hour north of the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Well, about an hour north of Grapevine, Texas, anyway. And I'm having a really good time out here doing some FT8 on 12 meters. Like I said, one of my favorite bands that I don't get to use very much. This is, people are going to ask in the comments, so I'm going to tell you what cigar I'm smoking. This is a Arturo Fuente Don Carlos. I don't know which Vitola it is, but this is a Don Carlos. This was a gift from Michael Mastro, one of our followers on YouTube. He handed both Frank and I a big bag of cigars at Orlando Hemcation in February of 2025. I've smoked 2 or 3 of them so far. That's this one today. Great smoke so far. All right, that was, I made about 25 contacts in, maybe an hour, something like that. So not a huge number. I've certainly done more than that in the past. But this is FT8, and it's 12 meters. If I was on 15 or 20 meters right now, I probably could have doubled that. I spent some time calling CQ POTA, and I usually had 3 or 4, 5 stations come back to me. I'd work those, and then I'd call CQ POTA again for another few minutes, and then I'd have 2 or 3 more stations pop up. Did really good. Really, once again, really impressed with this Tar Heel little HP Pro. Great antenna. Never used it on anything but 15 meters up until today. Used it on 12 meters today. Gonna do some 10 meters with it next time probably. Nothing planted in the ground, nothing hung over a tree. It's just sitting right there on a tripod. There's not much wind out today, so everything worked out great. Thank you if you worked me on 12 meters. And maybe we can do this again next week, because I really, like I said, I really enjoyed the 12 meter band, and it's just not up very often. At least not where I'm at. So 73 to all. Put a comment into the description below again, and let me know what is the band, which band out of all the HF bands do you see the least active, that when you see it finally come up, you're like, oh, I got to go work some on that band. Let me know in the comments. 73.